This is your Cool Vibes girl. I'm your host, Kim D. Coming up next on Cool Vibes Talk.
Hi, I'm Kim D. Welcome to my new show, Cool Vibes Talk. I'm so excited today because we have such a great topic, and I have two great guests who I love so much. Amanda Chavez is here, Miss Social Media Queen herself. And also I have Wendy Arima, who's a really good friend and also an artist like myself. Today's topic is going to be so great because we get to talk about everything about social media and technology and how it affects our lives today.
Free Remy. You know what? Free Remy. Fuck you, free Remy.
With your soul like Sheeta. You ain't the queen, I'll show you. Like roll your ass and belly. I prove you lost already. They told you your whole career I'd come home and kill you, right?
As a Queens girl, I'm very upset with Nicki Minaj. She needs to represent for the Queens girls. Nicki, Remy has come out with 2 diss tracks. What's up, girl? Where your lyrics at? We need something. Queens is the home of battle rap, guys. Hello? Remember LL Cool J? Jay-Z and Nas? 50 and Ja Rule? Are you kidding me? This is the shit right here. Nicki better come out with something because she got to put Queens back on the map. But we hope that she does respond because you know what? Remy is looking pretty good right now. And Nicki, you need to get that big butt and try to do something. Okay? I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. I'm a Remy Ma fan. And you know what? Battle rap is all about hip hop. And if you do not respond, that does not look good, girl. Okay? All right? Nicki, we want to hear something. You gotta put something out there for your fans. We love you. We supported you. Yes, we know you're the best hip hop artist female right now. But you know what? Someone can take your spot. You better be on point, girl. I'm rooting for you, Nick. What's up? Queens in the house. Southside Jamaica Queens. Yeah.
With your soul like Sheeta. You ain't the queen, I'll show you. Like roll your ass and belly. I prove you lost already.
What inspires you to conduct and share your work through technology? Because there's so many different entities out there with Snapchat, with Facebook, with Instagram.
Yeah. So, well, funny enough, this whole thing started was because my boyfriend got sick of me talking about the Kardashians. And
yes, so I know you're a big fan of the Kardashians.
Yeah, and he doesn't really want to hear my opinions on this and Blac Chyna and literally everybody else in the Hollywood world. So I started doing that on Snapchat, putting it on Facebook, and you know, I found that my audience is on Facebook, which is cool, but it's kind of scary because if I were to post stuff for my work, which is writing and for actual media companies, I wouldn't want those two to be intertwined. But on Snapchat, on Instagram, and Twitter, that's kind of where I let my personality shine, so to speak. So that's where Shmandy comes out, Kim. You know Shmandy?
Yeah, participate in social media that much that may only use the outlet as something as far as your projects that you might be working on.
Yeah.
And then you, Amanda, Miss Social Media Queen, you're like on it all day, every day.
Right.
Like Amanda be like, hey, I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm like, I see you. Rolling. This is Shmandy, bitch.
Hey.
Follow me on the gram because I'm already following
I
you.
love her because she'll give me
On
like
the
so
gram.
much.
See, you say on the gram, and it's for your generation. It's Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Immediately, I think cocaine.
So now
She
Yeah.
said cocaine. She's so funny.
now I have to work on my
Follow me on the gram, but don't tell my
I think
boyfriend that I'm
cocaine.
just
She
talking
said
about
the
this.
gram. She thinks cocaine, but it's
Cocaine.
Look, I grew up in the era of crack cocaine, right?
Yeah.
It was moved in grams.
I grew up in the era of
90s,
college
yeah.
cocaine. That's fun.
Crack cocaine was a big thing in the 90s.
That's right.
People was cracked out looking
Can
like
you
zombies.
speak about
The
the
baby.
you said you were going to talk about?
What?
Well, yes, because I know Shmandy is she's a social media queen.
It's my alter ego.
Yeah,
I have
she's
to
on-
know people.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's on Snapchat, she's on Facebook, she's talking
I'm on
about...
your Snapchat, I'm on your Instagram, I'm stalking you.
That's right,
I'm watching
and I
you.
love that about her. But
But then there's
also,
Amanda, who's corporate.
what I wanted to ask you guys too, because the incident that just occurred with Kim Kardashian in Paris, with her promoting everything that she does, her getting this new big ring from her husband Kanye, to her hanging out in Paris with all her fashion cronies. When do we draw the line with social media?
Well, what happened to her? What exactly happened
Well,
to
Kim
her?
Kardashian got robbed in Paris.
Oh, right, okay.
For the big ring that Kanye bought her. I think it was like, what, $10 million for
like
the ring? $25 million ring that they, well, I think it was an inside job, but we really don't know what actually happened.
But she was posting her whereabouts up to the robbery.
Exactly.
So that is a problem. As much as I love and adore Kim and basically base my life on her, she shouldn't be doing that.
So my question to you, Wendy, is when is it just too much? Putting too much personal info out there could lead to harm's way like it did with Kim Kardashian.
That is the point right there. That is the line. That line should not have even gone that far as I'm concerned. But when you look at it from the Kardashian point of view, and I use that like a theory, if you look at it from that point of view, then you're looking at it like that's who they are.
Yeah.
They are social media celebrities.
Yeah.
Right? So in order for them to get their sponsorship and whatever they, their livelihood is based on that.
She's the definition of celebrity.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And well, yes, celebrity.
And basically made her impact with young women as far as putting everything out there on social media.
Right. Connecting with
the
her
sex
fans,
tape,
everything.
connecting with her fans on social media. I think she does that really well. But how much is too much?
It's too much, obviously. It's already been proven. The fact that she was robbed, if she was posting, which I didn't know. So if
She
she
was
was posting right up to that minute,
Like Snapchat, like they
Okay.
can find you on your location
right,
where you are.
there you go.
Right.
Point made.
And she
So-
realizes that, and now she's completely toned it back. Like, you can tell she's just not as much on social
I don't know how many
media.
people will follow that lead, though. There's
Yeah.
still women out there, or people out there, who are so disillusioned, they're probably thinking that I can put this out there, and no one will find me. No one will
Right.
take my $50 million ring or whatever it is. No one will take my car. Or people post when I'm leaving on vacation. Here I am at JFK. Here I am in Aruba. I know where you live because you have your address on Facebook.
Yeah.
So now
I don't even know why Facebook asks for your address.
I
They
can
should
go
stop
rob your
that.
house.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
really dangerous.
And you never know who's watching. Like, I was telling you this the other day. There's a big difference between how certain people use it and how the hood uses Facebook or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you never know who's gonna be watching you.
That's
And
so
I
true.
I posted an Instagram story the other day, and all of a sudden my boyfriend gets a text that says, "Why is your girl trying to line you?" And I'm like, "What does that even? What
Yeah, try to what you?
like line him or like set him up or something?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what you mean. I was just talking on my
That's the
Snapchat."
street word, guys. Line up means someone getting robbed.
Right, and I'm
Just
like,
for
I was just saying we were out for
folks
the night.
who don't know what line up means.
Right,
Because not
so
all of us are hip.
I'm not definitely not. I didn't know what it meant, so I'm like, what are you even talking about? And then he's like, you post too much. You post too much about your whereabouts.
Like, we had to communicate with people the conventional way. Like, I had to literally pick up the phone and talk to somebody or write someone a note. So social media has changed so much how we communicate today.
I'm afraid to talk on the phone. Like, I can't, when my phone rings, I get like an anxiety attack.
I was just about to say that. People don't answer their phones anymore. They don't respond to emails, voicemails. People, I'm in school right now, and I'm taking some classes with classmates who are much younger than I am. And to listen to them try to present information in the front of the class, their communication skills are so limited.
Right.
But the mere fact, everything is in 3 letters, right? You're texting and, LOL and all this other stuff. Everything is truncated in their form of communication. So you get in front of a classroom, you're presenting something, everything they're saying, and I'm going to just do a blanket stereotype because not everyone is this way, but it's, well, if, they can't construct a sentence because they don't have to anymore because of social media. You
That's
LOL
true.
it, you
Oh my gosh.
whatever the other things are that you do, all those acronyms, the abbreviations, those things are how people are communicating. How
Memes.
everyone memes, right? That if you look at probably 20% of memes that you see across your page are grammatically correct. Everything else, I stopped reading them.
Oh, the memes that are in. Oh my god, I can't stand when memes are in.
because I don't know what they're trying to say.
Like, everyone
I
has
was an
their
English major. I was like, how dare you?
I don't know what it says.
And not only that, people have their favorite memes. Like, you have some people that post on Facebook and they'll post the same meme
Right.
every time.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's like, that
So-
all day.
It allows them to be passive aggressive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because if you have something to say to someone that did something to you, rather than just going and saying, "Hey Amanda, remember when you said X, Y, and Z?" No, I'm going to post this meme that loosely is discussing what you and I talked about, and I hope you get the meaning.
Right?
You know, and you're going about your day. You have no idea that I even posted that about you, but then in their back of their mind, they're like, "I'm getting her back."
Right.
You know, she's that woman. She should not have said.
But you gotta be
X, Y, and
careful.
Z.
You never know what that person's gonna do.
That's
They could be like, well, I want to come up to your doorstep. Like,
Because I know your address because it's posted on Facebook.
Yeah.
But
But
I've also noticed, like with my kids and other young folks, social media has totally replaced television as a source of entertainment.
what?
Everyone goes to social media now for entertainment.
It all
They're on
shows.
YouTube, they go to Snapchat, they're on Facebook. What have you found most useful in using social media for personal or work? Either one of you can answer.
Personal,
Most
probably.
useful.
Instagram, Instagram, I think is where people watch a lot of my stuff, and you can set it private, so that's good. And so if anything's bad on there, work people can't see it. But in terms of like my writing and stuff that I do for like a career,
Right.
Facebook
Right.
has a lot of friends that I grew up with, and you know we all want to see what each other's
Yeah.
doing now, and the share button is very important. So if I write an article and post it there, that's the perfect place for it. But if I'm recording a stupid video, Snapchat or Instagram.
And you too, Wendy. I know that you don't use social media as an outlet very much, but when you have used it, how has that helped you as far as with work or personal or maybe
work,
projects that you're working on?
I don't use it for work at all. There are a handful of people on there that I know from previous jobs or current job, but I really don't share with people I work with. As far as the usefulness for me, when I first joined Facebook, I was excited about it because I found friends that I had not seen in 20, 30 years. You get
Yeah,
excited.
that's
you know,
the
I haven't seen you
excitement
since
of it.
third grade. You know what I mean?
Of
So you get a
course.
little excited. But also, I have family all over the world, so it's nice to see what they're doing. You know,
Back
on the
home
other,
in
yeah,
Trinidad
exactly,
or wherever.
So it's nice to see that, see their children grow up, or people get married if I can't make it across the country or across the world. But I think that's the most useful thing, and that's why that's one of the reasons I would never delete my account for that reason. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I wouldn't do. But that's the only thing I have. I don't have Snapchat
Yeah.
or any whatever else. So those
That's
things
definitely
are.
what Facebook is good for.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting about like however so many years ago, I deactivated my account just because I was like sick of it, and deactivated it for 3 years.
Wow.
Lost touch with 75% of the people that I was in touch with in high school, and I didn't even get invited to my high school reunion because they sent it through Facebook. So if I wasn't talking to my best friends, I would have missed it. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. At least send an email or something. Like, come on.
Because they just assume everyone has a Facebook account.
Right. It was like,
Right.
if you don't, and at jobs too, when you're applying for jobs, they're like, so what's your Facebook? I'm like, how dare you ask?
Right. It's none of your business. It's
Yeah.
personal.
Right.
If I'm
And
not doing
also,
anything outside of it.
when we have a president, I'm going to call him Agent Orange. That's my code for Donald Trump right now, guys.
Yeah, it's a good one.
But when you have a president that sits there and he tweets out ignorant things,
At 3 a.m.
I mean, this guy tweets about so many things that he shouldn't be tweeting about.
Yeah.
And I think that also affects us as a society. I mean, how do you feel about your president tweeting out ignorant things?
I feel great about my president tweeting. I feel horrible about our current president tweeting the things that he does at 3 a.m. instead of focusing on the
What's
job
going
that
on?
he just...
Right. Because we have so many bigger issues that we need to be dealing with.
Why aren't we
And-
sleeping if you're, like, it's... If you have a lot to do tomorrow. Like, why are you going... Why
I
go
don't
to
think
bed?
this guy sleeps.
I don't think he does it, and it's like he's on drugs. Like, I have some... You know, like... Sorry, that's
don't
not
think
social
he
media
sleeps.
related, but I mean, there's got to be some reason why he feels compelled to do that.
Here's my I have a twofold take on that with him tweeting. I don't know how tweeting works. I just know that you get a message across your page or
It's like
something, right?
140 characters.
Okay,
like
so
super
because it's
quick.
not it's not related to Facebook, is it?
No.
No.
Okay, all right. So anyway, all right. So but I know that he sends messages
Yeah.
to his universe.
Mm-hmm.
So my twofold
Not my universe.
Oh, his universe. That's what I said. My twofold response to that is if he's truly working from his mind to his fingertips in 140 characters, then you can see how his mind works.
Yeah.
Right? So that should set off alarms.
He can't have those nuclear codes.
So, the other side of that is, regardless of who he is, he puts himself out there for ridicule, for backlash, for negative comments, and people take it like like I'm tweeting you, Kim. You know what I mean? So if Kim says something I don't agree with, I don't care if you're President Kim. I'm going to tweet and tell you you're an asshole.
Right.
And so that really opens up and separates a lot of the things that maybe were built in prior administrations. Mm-hmm. So that is my issue. But as far as him tweeting,
responds to you.
This is what I'm saying. It's like, there was a skit on Saturday Night Live that I watched a couple of weeks ago where he was tweeting like a 16-year-old or something like that, and the kid is in class going, "Oh, cool, Trump just tweeted me."
Oh my God.
And they said these are actual, like the information from the skit was taken from actual tweets
that he's put out
there. Yeah, so he's tweeting 16-year-olds. So if that's who he is,
well,
what
Mr.
he's
Crotch
doing,
Grabber, I don't think he discriminates when it comes to age.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But he's also letting us know exactly who he is. I mean, Maya Angelou once said something to the effect, and I paraphrase, the first time someone shows you who they are, believe them. So, there you go.
And also, in this day and age, Donald Trump, Agent Orange, we're going to call him, like I said before, utilizing social media during his presidency for negativity. And I just don't agree with that. I just don't think our current president needs to be tweeting out negative comments and stupidity.
Yeah.
We need someone who's going to be positive, who's going to bring people together. Right now, especially when you have half the country who's for him, and then you have a lot of us like myself who are against him. We don't want him because he doesn't come across as a president that's for all people. And
he's out of his mind.
He's out of his mind, and I just think he shouldn't use social media for negative or,
I mean, CEOs don't even do that. And they're running a company. You don't see them on social media complaining about crap.
Exactly.
I'm sure they have a lot to complain about.
When
but
you
like,
see Mark Zuckerberg, he's there promoting something.
Yeah.
He's not spewing negativity.
Exactly. Right.
And I think that's what they need to say to this man. I don't know who he has around him, Dodo, Kellyanne Conway, or, Spicer. Somebody needs to reach out to this man and let him know that negative comments that he's tweeting is just not acceptable.
He's got to have, like, a night nurse watching him to make sure he doesn't tweet. Like, I don't know how they even control that.
Well, like I said, what he's doing is, if that's authentic, then that's really showing who he is. And so what it's doing, it's exposing him more than he actually realizes.
Right.
With your soul like Sheeta. You ain't the queen, I'll show you. Like both your ass and belly. I prove you lost already. They told you your whole...
Okay, ladies, I want to ask you another question. A few weeks ago, I saw on a Facebook post that another woman had set it up as a joke. But what she was saying is, Donald Trump is going to make America great again. That means I can get a maid. Or I can get someone to come in and clean my house. And that was the joke that she made because of the fact that he does support white supremacy in our country.
Mm-hmm. She white?
Yeah, I think the woman was white when she made that comment, actually.
She's changed since then.
Well,
she's not white.
She's not white. Now he identifies as black.
But someone shared the post with me, and I was like, wow, like... This guy has brought out so many racists in this country. Mm-hmm. So how do you guys feel about people putting posts out there that can basically either ruin your life or it can really hurt someone? I mean, how do you feel about that?
In regards to Donald Trump, that is the way that I cleared my friends list. If you were posting about pro-Donald Trump stuff, I don't care if I knew you in preschool, see ya.
Right. That's
just my personal beliefs. In regards to other things non-Donald Trump related, there was a story a couple years ago, I think, when she was like a prominent publicist, I think, and she flew to Africa. Her name's Justine something, but she tweeted right before she left something ridiculous, like, on my way to Africa, I hope I don't get AIDS, oh wait, I'm white, or something horrible.
Wow.
When she landed, millions and millions of posts and retweets, and it was like all about her, and she lost her job, and it's just like over. And it's just, even though if you don't have how many followers, if you don't have a lot of them, it doesn't matter. Someone could find it and it will blow up. And that was a really stupid thing for her to say, but that is who apparently she is. And she chose the wrong place to
And
say
look
that.
at that lady too, the one that talked bad about Obama's girls, and she made a comment about their fashion or what they had on or whatever the case was, and she ended up losing her job over that.
That's insane.
post.
They're kids.
And they're kids, and I think, you know what, when it comes to the kids, it's off limits. You know,
Right.
I really don't think that they should be included in any Facebook post or any type of Facebook rants. My whole thing is, I think Facebook and social media is great for when you're promoting projects and you're using social media as a tool to put your work out there. You know what I mean? When you're maliciously attacking people and saying negative things, I think that's where we need to draw the line on it.
But wait, what if you're a hater and that's like you're commenting on Facebook?
If you're what?
If you're like a hater, kind of, you know how people like talk a lot of
Right.
smack, but they get
Yeah.
a lot of views and stuff. I guess as long as you're not, you know,
You're not hurting anyone.
anybody. If you're talking about celebrities, maybe, or something like that.
I still think I think there's a wave of angry comedy lately because of that, and I feel like there are a lot of people hiding behind their keyboards. There are people, like I was saying earlier, people who will not say something in your face, but if they're behind a screen, it's easier because they can't see you, they can't hear you, and they can't run if you attack them, right?
Yeah.
But for saying something like that, but. I think Facebook, social media, whatever you want to call it, that whole genre should be for entertainment purposes only. And that's what I use it. When
agree.
people start getting serious and showing... I've seen pictures of C-sections on Facebook.
Oh
okay?
my god!
So
please,
it's
keep
too
it
much
away from me.
information. It just is. And so when I start seeing stuff like that, like you, that's when my list starts to clear out. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
So when you start putting too much and people are looking for sympathy, they're looking for accolades, they're looking for validation. You know, Facebook is this generation's or this century's invisible friend. You know,
Yeah.
the invisible friend that we used to have when we were 5 and we played and everybody had tea, but you were the only actual person sitting there. It's Facebook, it's Twitter, it's Snapchat, it's whatever else those things are. Those are the people sharing at your tea party now. That's
Yeah.
how I feel.
That's so true. But also, Amanda, being that you do Snapchat and you're on Snapchat a lot, what I would like to ask you is, Snapchat is probably the most youthful of all social media right now, and it is receptive to marketing. Do you use Snapchat for personal insight, or do you just use Snapchat for motivation?
So, well, I don't really check out a lot of other, like, what brands are doing on Snapchat, I would say.
Because it is like a 1-minute video that you're putting out there.
It's like
right?
8 seconds.
Oh,
So then
okay.
that's what it
Gosh.
is. Yeah, so that's where I try to bring my alter ego into my social media. So Facebook, I'm mostly like Amanda, but on Snapchat and on Instagram stories or whatever, it disappears. So, like you said, you can be a totally different person. Which is what I am on social media. You know?
Now, how
Like, that's
long does your Snapchat stay up for people?
24 hours.
Oh, okay. So-
Shorter
And
if
then
I
where
change
does
my
it-
mind and
where
regret
does-
it.
What
and
happens
delete
to it after 24 hours?
You can save it for the future, but it'll just disappear if you.
So people who have viewed it,
Viewed
they
it?
can't view it again?
No.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And if they screenshot something, then it's they alert you and say that this person screenshotted it. But
Wow.
I like it because it will disappear, and so if I want to put all my crazy stuff out there, that's where I would do it. And now Instagram Stories is competing with Snapchat because they released that, and so now everyone's using that like Snapchat. So there's a lot out there.
Now, in today's society, with all what's going on with this crazy president, our voices are needed more than ever now. I think people are voicing more of their opinion on social media, which is a good thing. Look at the big march that the women had in Washington, D.C. A lot of them were Snapchatting and posting different things on Facebook,
Yeah.
which I think was a great thing.
Great for lives. So.
How do you feel about letting people into your day-to-day activities, though? I mean, I know you probably don't really care for it, but someone like Amanda, who uses social media every day, all day, to promote whatever it is that she's doing,
Right.
it's beneficial for her.
Yeah, because I mean, but if Amanda or someone like her is an entrepreneur and that is their bread and butter, like that's how they gain their audience, that makes sense to me. But if I'm Amanda's friend on Facebook and I see when she wakes up in the morning and I see her walking to the shower,
Hell no, you'll never see when I wake up in the morning.
But there are people who do it, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's why,
yeah, daily coffee.
Exactly, it's too much. So that's why I'm saying entertainment purposes only, and that's how I pare down my friends list, because I don't want to see, and everything that you post that you think looks good for food is not necessarily appetizing.
Food posts. I hate food posts.
For everybody else.
A food post
so it's just one of those things where I don't want to see all that. Like I said, I'm there for entertainment purposes. Make me laugh.
You should follow me.
I can take a joke back to the office. Something like that. But I don't want to see when you wake up in the morning. I don't want to see your C-section.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have my doctor Snapchat my delivery.
I've seen it. I've seen that. And you see people crying over things. There's a death in the family, and and everyone deals with death differently. So
I've seen funerals posted.
Yes,
and I think that's so tacky.
Yes, casket in.
Wait,
in the
my
church.
funeral can be on live, just for the record.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
Well, you're Miss Social Queen,
and that's different. Once again, if you're a celebrity type, then that works for you. But the everyday person,
thank you.
The everyday person. I think the everyday person, we used to have our 15 minutes of fame. Now it's become the 15 seconds of fame. Mm-hmm. Because everyone's looking for that one person that would be chosen from YouTube, from whatever, in order to make them, catapult into stardom. So I think there are a lot of people, I won't say everyone because I'm not in that group, but there are a lot of people who are doing that. That is their goal. Now, if you're just doing it to, like I said, you have a purpose. I'm just hanging out. It's like if I'm going to the park and I'm going to read a book, it's almost the same effect because it's cold outside. I sit online and check out what's going on with my cousins in Trinidad or, my friend in Canada or something like that. But if it's too much information, I tune out because it's too much.
Yeah.
And what about you, Amanda? How do you feel about letting people into your day-to-day activities? Because I know that you can draw the line as far as how much you do put out there.
Yeah, and I just struggled with that because I'm an open book. I want to put everything
Everything.
out
I
there.
can't believe
like not without makeup or anything like that. But just like from that on, I'm posting everything. My boyfriend has a little bit of a problem with that, and so because I'll put him in it, you know what I mean, and it's just so he's kind of taught me to reel it in a little bit about specific things. You don't need to post where you are all the time,
Exactly.
Which is smart. But I mean, I'm not going to post my address, not going to post my birthday, anything like that. No one needs to know how old I am.
Do you do check-ins at places that you're at? Because a lot of my friends do Facebook.
I don't because
I hate.
I don't
do that because it's like shows a big map and like no one even cares. I just scroll past those. But if I'm posting a photo, for sure, I'll check out Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Like absolutely, you know where I am.
Right. Well, guys, you guys did such a wonderful job today. Thank you so much for doing my talk forum. And I definitely will be having you guys back on the show with a different topic. But we covered so much on social media today. The bottom line with social media is it is a part of our daily living, unfortunately for a lot of us. We use it for work. We use it for personal. I just think sometimes we may go a little bit too far. Right. And also with Agent Orange as our president now, this guy just loves posting negativity all day, every day. And I just don't think that's the conversation that we need to be having with our people right now. Right. We need positivity. We need a leader who's going to lead us somewhere. Right. So on that note, guys, thank you so much.
Get your soul like Sheba. You ain't the queen, I show you. Like on your ass and belly. I prove you lost already. They told you your whole career I'd come home and kill you, right? I told you I wasn't talking about your dumb ass. It looks stupid. You literally got a dumb ass talking crazy. And we all know that you dumb ass. You get donkey of the day. Yeah, you dumb ass. Let's be honest, you stole that line about bitches being your sons. How you take my 09 jail tweet and run? Talking about bringing knives to a fight with guns when the only shot you ever took was in your buns. And I saw Meek at All Star. He told me